What's up? I'm back. Unpopular opinions. I feel like I look exhausted today. There's been a lot of craziness going on. I want to use this time to really just focus on making videos and just try to make things that can maybe lighten the mood a little bit, because there's so much just ridiculous stuff going on. So I hope that my videos can kind of give you a break from all the nonsense that's going on and everything that we're kind of dealing with right now. I'm going to apologize in advance because there's a lot of traffic outside, so the road noise is probably going to be pretty ridiculous, so I'm sorry about that, okay? I'm not happy about it. I hate it. It bothers me so much because I know that it's there, and maybe it's not that big of a deal. Maybe you can barely hear it, but I know it's there, and when I hear it in the edits, it bothers me, okay? Because I'm like, please, just stop for a second, okay? Give me 5 or 10 minutes to record a video, then you can do your thing. Okay, let's get into it. Truckers are the most neglected and underappreciated professions in the workforce. Yeah, definitely. I mean, people don't realize too, it's like how do you think all this shit gets to the stores? When you order stuff online, these people gotta drive for ridiculous hours. My grandfather's a truck driver, and it's that is not an easy job at all. Underappreciated is definitely a very accurate term, I think. And just unnoticed too. I feel like no one really thinks about it that much, They just they go and they get their stuff and that's it. So yeah, definitely underappreciated, I'd say, is an accurate description. See, this is a solid one. Your mental health is as much your responsibility as your physical health / fitness. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the reason why I go to the gym is yeah, the physical aspect of it is good too, but I do that a lot for my mental health as well. If I'm not doing anything, if I'm not lifting weights or running, I can feel myself just getting more stressed out. I get in a bad mood all the time. It really weighs on me, so it definitely has a huge effect on my mental health, and I'm pretty sure I talked about that in a video before. There's so many people, anyone who's really into fitness will probably say the same thing. We just can't shut up about the fact, oh, it's so great, it's this and that, and it's because, it is. So, yeah, highly recommend. 10 out of 10. I absolutely cannot stand the word fur babies to describe a pet. Yeah, it's stupid. Whoever came up with that really? I don't know, everyone needs their, stupid thing. It's like when the word bae came out, I was like, are you f***ing kidding? Come on, really? Really? I don't know. We just have these weird terms anymore, and it's what's the point? Just stop, please. Can we not? You shouldn't be forced to love someone just because they are in your family. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's they'll see oh, well, that's your family, you should. And it's well, if this person's a piece of shit, I'm not gonna want to be around them. I'm not gonna really like them, why would you want to be around someone that just sucks as a human being? It doesn't matter if technically I'm blood related to them or whatever. If you're not pleasant to be around, I don't want to be around you, okay? I don't know how I feel about this one. This is actually good. Schools shouldn't have to teach practical life skills to students. As a parent, that's your job. Ooh. I don't know. That's I don't know, man. I mean, I slightly agree with that, but also, I feel the schools aren't exactly preparing people or kids, students, whatever. They're not exactly preparing them for, what's ahead in life. And I know that, yeah, that should be, your parents should obviously teach you some things as well, but I feel to add certain things into a curriculum at school, because there's a lot of things in school that are just completely meaningless that, have no actual use in the real world. So, I don't know, maybe that's just my opinion on this. I slightly agree with this, but also, that's a tough subject. I didn't really think of it like that. That's pretty good. Yeah. People that don't understand gray areas are stupid. Yeah. Yeah. I feel anymore it's people get so wrapped up in their own beliefs, and it's you're either with us or against us, and that's not a healthy way to live. You can't just write people off because they don't agree with you, and everything's not gonna be just black and white. That's not reality. There are so many things, there are so many different aspects of life. Life is just so complicated that it just can't be one or the other. Obviously some things you can, but for the most part, no, there's always something. There's always more depth that you could go to. This is actually a pretty good subreddit to go down. I feel like there's just like a lot of really good stuff in here. It's like, even just that first page alone was just like solid. If you film yourself doing a good deed, it completely devalues that deed. Yes and no. I mean, you know, a lot of the times, like, you know, people just want to get their, like, a minute of fame on Instagram or social media or whatever. They want to film themselves. Oh, I gave $20 to a homeless person. Look at me. Look how great I am. Look how I'm so humble and just such a good person. And it's like, no, you're not. Okay? Because, like, it was just so planned out, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna, like, you know, go give them, we gotta film this, we gotta show everyone how great I am. And it's like, that sounds more malicious than anything. It's like, you're not actually a good person, you're just pretending to be a nice person so that people will think that you're a good person. So yeah, it definitely does devalue it. I wouldn't say all the time, because there are some times where it's like, yeah, like take Mr. Beast for example, you know, like he records a lot of the stuff that he does. That doesn't devalue the fact that it's a good deed, you know what I mean? Just because, like, but with him, it's like, it's so above and beyond. I mean, if you're doing a good thing, you're doing a good thing, but it's like, if you feel like you constantly have to go out and, like, let everyone know all the time, it's like, it definitely does devalue it, and it just kind of, it's just not really a good look if you always feel like you need to go out and show everyone and kind of boast about how great of a person you are. That's something that kind of gets old quick. I feel like that's one of those trends on social media, mainly YouTube, where it's like, you know, people just go out and they just get like a clickbait thumbnail and title, and, you know, then a whole bunch of people click on their video, they fall for it. And obviously I'm not against doing good things and giving to people in need, but it's like, do you really need to film every single time you do it? Oh man, this is something that I, like, really kind of have a strong opinion on. Getting drunk is stupid and shouldn't be glamorized. Yes. Oh my god. Oh yes. Because, you know what, like, it's so common anymore for people to be like, oh, I could out-drink anyone, I could out-smoke. It's like, wow, congratulations, wow, that's so impressive. We're all so jealous that you can drink more alcohol than us. Like, nobody cares. That's not something to brag about, okay? Like, I don't know if you know this or not, but that's not exactly healthy, okay? Like, if you were like, yeah, I can run a marathon faster than anyone, I'd be like, wow, that's awesome, you know? Because that's a big accomplishment, you know? Not drinking a fifth of alcohol faster than anyone, like, that's terrible. Exactly how this says. I hate how it's so glamorized and how people think that it's like a fucking trophy, or like you should be proud of the fact that you can drink so much or do whatever. And I think that the funniest thing is whenever people post on their Snapchat story or their Instagram story, like, you know, they're like drunk or whatever, they're all with their friends, and it's like they think that they look real cool when in reality, like, you look stupid, okay? Like, I'm not sure if you knew this or not, but you don't look cool, trust me. There's like so much noise from the road, it's like ridiculous. Spending a ton of money on a prom dress is one of the dumbest things you could do. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know, I never understood that. And girls take that seriously, you know, like they spend a lot on those things. It's like, I get, like, if you want to spend a lot on like a wedding dress or whatever, that makes sense, but like even that, like, I'm like, like, do you really want to spend too much on that? Because it's like a dress that you're gonna wear once and that's about it. But yeah, as far as like a prom dress goes, like, really, like, you don't need to be spending a ridiculous amount of money on that. It's for something you're gonna wear literally once. What is the point? I don't know. I don't understand that. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. This just doesn't make any sense. YouTube died because people started making money from it. What does that even mean? Like, I feel like YouTube is like better than ever. Like, yeah, some of the content on here is terrible. The fact that people make money on it now, I think that's fantastic. I think that the fact that people can make so much money and develop such a huge audience just by themselves, just like having a YouTube channel and uploading constantly, I think that's one of the coolest things ever. It's like, I think it's a pretty revolutionary thing as far as like media goes and like the whole film industry, because you were never able to do that before. Like, it was always like, if you wanted to be like in a movie or famous or whatever, it was like you had to go to Hollywood and get an agent and like deal with all that bullshit. But now it's like, you have a cell phone and an internet connection, you can make solid videos on YouTube, and like, and if you're good and you constantly upload all the time, you put the work in, like, you could develop a huge audience. So I completely disagree with this. YouTube died because people started making money from it. No, not at all. I think it's fantastic that people can make money from it, because like, why would you want to slave away at a job that like sucks and doesn't really, there's no pride in it, when there's so much like like pride and just like fulfillment in making a video and actually putting it out to people and them enjoying it. Like, it's just one of the best feelings ever. So no, YouTube did not die. YouTube is amazing, okay? It has its faults, I will say, but the fact that people can make money from it, I think that's amazing. Anakin versus ObiWan is the worst fight in the entire saga. No, it wasn't. It was the most epic fight in the entire saga. So get out of here with that, alright? How dare you? Episode 3, like that fight, that was ridiculous, okay? It's like, what are you even talking about? Like, no. Like, that doesn't make any sense. That's just me, though. That's just my opinion. That's what I think. There's like a lot of these that are just weird. Like, I get, like, you know, it's unpopular opinion, yeah, but like, man, some of these are just, it's like, that's a weird opinion. Like, that just doesn't make sense. It's like, I don't even see how you could have that point of view. I don't know, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I don't understand how someone could have some of these, like, viewpoints. I don't know, I don't get it. I think I'm gonna end it with this one. Most sports are boring to watch. I agree with that, honestly. I have a weird opinion about this. So, I like the idea of watching sports. I like the idea of watching basketball, even though I don't. I like the idea of being courtside at a basketball game, even though I will probably never do that. I hope I can, because it looks really cool. But yeah, no, I don't watch football. I don't watch baseball. It's boring. I don't know. I never understood it. And I get that some people like completely disagree with me on here, because I know that there are a lot of sports fans who are like very passionate about it. And like that's fine. But like, I personally, like, I don't know, I never got into it. I don't know. I know a lot of people, like my brother is one person, like he's pretty into it. And like I had a lot of friends growing up who were like really into it, but I don't know, I could never like sit down and like watch a full-on sports game. Like, sometimes I can watch parts of it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to do it, you know. I watch YouTube, and that's about it. Like, but I like the idea of it. So yeah. That's it for today's episode. I don't know what I'm going to call these episodes, today's show, today's program, whatever, one of them. Did you guys notice too? It's light outside and I'm making a video. It's not completely dark in my room. Amazing. I'm actually like kind of on it today, which is cool. But yeah, that's it for today. Leave a like if you like this video. Subscribe if you're not, okay? Please, thank you. All right, bye.